Hey guys, I hope everybody's been creating and having a good time. We are going to figure out what size book we can put in here, okay? So, okay, I just had my ruler. Alrighty, I put it back where it belongs. No wonder I can't ever find anything. Okay, so we are at 8 across here. Of course, there's going to be paper in here, so that's going to take up a little bit of space. So I'm thinking, because I want it to fit down nicely, and I want it to go pretty much from one end to the other, but I also want to be able to get it out easily. So, if we make... This is 8. If we take a ½ inch off and make 7.5, I think that would probably work pretty well for us. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. Okay. So that is going to be the height of the book. Then, now my shelf here gets me to about 2 1/4. It's 2 1/8, but you know. So I think my first page see, the way I want this to work, my first page is going to have to be about 3 inches. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, because we are going to do this. This is going to be a little different book than normal. There's, yeah. So, you know, yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Okay, so the first page, 1, 2, 3. Granted, that's not very large. But then I'm going to do that wave across it, and then I think I'll go for let's see, I guess a ½ inch, a ½ inch larger. Do I want to do a ½ inch, or do I want to do an inch? Maybe 3/4 of an inch. So we've got 3 inches, and then we have 3 3/4 inches, and then we have 4.5 inches, and then we have 5.25 inches, and then we have 7 inches, and that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 3.25 will be like right here, and then 4.5, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So the half will be like right here, and then 5.25 will be like right here, and then let's see, that's 3, 3.25, 4.5, 5.25. No, so this is not 7, it's 6. I don't know what kind of math I was doing. So that will get me right to here. And then, let's see, that's going to get me to that. And I think I want to go up to the 8. So then we're going to do 6 3/4, 7 1/2. So 6 3/4 will be like right here. 7 1/2 will be like right here. And then it's 8 1/4. I said I wanted to go about 8. So that's probably going to be good. That'll get me right here. Okay. So if you can see that, this is what we've got to try and do. Although it's going to be sitting this way in the box. And you're going to see all of the waves, because I have I showed you the die. I don't have it here. It's out with my die cutting machine on my dining room table because I'm doing doilies. Wah! Christmas doilies for the Christmas in July kind of stuff. So trying to get ahead if anybody wants to start buying some Christmas stuff. Okay, so I think that is where we're going to be at. But what are we going to do with this? How are we going to make this work? Like I said, I've got it in my brain. So now I need some of my okay. And I did show everybody this. This is Summer Days Recollections, and it's the 65 pound, and there's 50 sheets. So that's what I have to work with. I only bought 1 pack, and I don't have that color, so this is it. Okay, and then I'm also going to get out, well, let's see, do I have the other one? Yes, I do. I think I'm going to get out my other one. So hold on one sec. Where'd I put it? Oh, for crying out loud. Alright. I don't have it in here. I do not know what I did with my other cutter. So, I mean, not my, well, it is, I was going to get my We Are Memories Keeper one out, just because sometimes it's just a little easier than this. Okay, so I can put this book back. I don't need the whole book. There we go. And I'm going to fold this in half. So I have my pages here. Okay, so the first one is going to be, oops. Come on, what the heck? Oh. If I just had the 1 page, it would probably work really nicely. Okay, oh yes, look at that. Isn't it lovely? Okay, so the first one's, excuse me, at 3. And then it's at 3 3/4. So, if I fold this, 3 3/4 would be right here. But I need to be able to do a few things in this page of mine. Not too much, because it's very small, and it, you know, yeah. I'm going to make this, let's see. What could I actually do with a 3-inch piece? It's just going to be decorative. And the 3 6 3/4 piece, still not terribly big. You're still not going to get a lot of a picture on there or anything. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's four sheets. I mean, I won't be able to get this span out of a sheet. It'll be duplicate sheets, but double sheets. But and I'm not even sure you guys even still know what I'm doing. But let's do a 1/2 inch. Okay. So now I'm going to fold this back. And I'm going to do my 4 3/4. So that's where I'm going to cut. Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this. Let's see, put this up here. And let me cut right on this. All right. So I have a sheet left. Okay, so here is my first sheet, and I will be adding the pieces to it. So I think what I'm going to do this time is we're going to cut all of our sheets so that then we can, you know, get rid of all of this. Okay, so that is my first sheet. And again, if you want to do it this way, you're going to score at 3 3/4, 4 1/4, and then cut it at 7 1/4. Okay? So there is that sheet. Now, the next one is a 4 1/2. Okay, so 4 1/2. So here is the first part of that sheet. And I'm going to do a 1/2 inch. So I have room to play. And then it is 5 1/4 is my next one, which I still do. Let's see, let's just do it this way. No, can't do that. Let me fold this. All right, 5 1/4 is where I want to cut. So I'm just going to make a mark there so I know where to cut. All righty. There we go. So here is, let me fold. So far, there it is, so far, okay? There's 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets. Yeah. Okay, the next one is probably where we're going to have to start cutting and using extra sheets. Yes, so the first one is at 6. All right, so we have this at 6, and then I'm going to do the 6 1/2. All right, now we have this piece left that will make a great pocket. So I'm going to leave this on, but I need a piece that is 6 3/4 inch long for the back half. So let's get a sheet and cut it at 6 3/4 inches. Is that what I want to do? Yes, 6 3/4 inches. There we go. All right. And I was thinking this would make a great pocket, but let me fold and see what I've got here. Okay, so I've got, this is my front sheet, and then I've got this one as my back sheet. All right, so there's my 2 lengths, and I've got these guys. So we're still looking pretty good. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Let me, you guys see that? And then that goes on the top there. Okay, but how do I want to attach this? Do I just want to glue it down on both sides, or do I want to add let's see. I think I will make, let's just get this. Well, let me measure. How much is this? This is 4 5/8. So I am going to cut my little bit here to 4 5/8. And I'm going to cut off 1-inch pieces, 2 of them. All right. We'll put the other pages back. Let's get our little 1/2 inch on these. Okay, burnish. All right, and remember now we're working with the shorter side, and I'm going to go ahead and glue. I filled this one up and cleaned it, so it's going to work very nicely for me. But in the other one that I've been trying to empty. So I'm going to lay this down flat, and I'm going to line these up. And they're a little longer, huh? Okay, a little longer. So I'll just cut the tops off. But just put it to right to the score line, not on the score line or hindering the score line anywhere. Make sure I'm at the edge. Good. Okay, now I'm just going to snip off the edge here. There we go. Lay this flat again. Let's pull this up a little bit so you can see. And I'm going to do one at a time here. And I did not get this cut quite straight. We can give it a slight triangle off of there. Okay, so I'm going to line this side up so it's right where I want it, and lay it down over here. All right, my husband's just coming in the house. Let me go ahead and get this one glued down. There we go. All right, so that is our third sheet, and I do need to glue down the bottom. So just get you a little bit of glue in there. Okay, there we go. All right, guys, I shall return momentarily. I'm just going to go talk to my husband. Back in a sec. Okay, so far we have used 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets. And I have a little bit of leftover. But I'm going to need 2 sheets for this last one. So let's get those pulled out. All right. And I picked this up when I was chatting with my husband. So now, oh, here it is. Okay, so now my last one is 7.5 by 8 1/4. Or 7.5 side and an 8 1/4 side. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to go ahead. Now I've got this set up at the edge, and I'm going to come over here, and at 7.5 I'm going to, and then I'm going to give a 1/2 inch. Okay, so at 7.5 and then at 8. So that is the front of this next sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and fold these over. Make sure you're getting them nice and straight. Where is my, there it is. This does not want to, there we go. All right, so there's that one. And then this one. Okay. So now this is the back page. And again, we can do the same thing. I have this, let's see, I have this smaller sheet here that is over 2 inches. So we can definitely, I'm going to make a 1/2 inch, make a little mark at the 1 inch, and then the 1.5 inch, okay? So I'm going to cut at the 1 inch mark that I made, and then I'm going to flip this around and bring it to the 1 inch and cut. I love how this works. It's just so much quicker having, you don't have to go from the scoreboard to a cutter. This just works wonderfully. Okay, and then we're just going to put these two together and see how long we need them. And I'm going to make a mark with a pencil. That would be easier. And I'm going to go just below. Get these two together, and we're going to cut right on my mark. There we go. These littler ones can be tossed. Okay, so I'm going to fold these, and I'm going to clip one end just a little bit. That will be the top end, so that we don't show all our inner workings. Remember, you're not taking anything off of the score. You're going from the top of the score in a little bit. All right. Get all of this out. There we go. All right. So we have those, and we can go ahead and glue them down if we'd like. Where's my glue? Here it is. I didn't put my lid on it when I went out, so hopefully. And just put it above. You can actually pull it so it is going to be in the middle between the two, but let's make sure we get it right to the outside of the page. We don't want to waste any of our pocket space. Okay. Here we go. This side. Get it to the edge. Leave the score line alone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So yeah, I've been thinking about this build for quite some time. Okay, so this is our front, and this is going to be our back, and our back is going to be 8 1/4. And I haven't cut any of these down, have I? I know they're still 8 1/2 inches. I haven't cut a single one of them. So I think I decided, what did I say, 7 1/2? Yes, 7 1/2. So let me go ahead and cut these down to their 7 1/2 size. There we go. There's sheet 1, 7 1/2 size. Sheet 2, 7 1/2 size. Oh, and of course this one is not going to allow me, so I'm going to have to flatten it. 7 1/2 size. And why is that a little crooked? Let me straighten this one out a little bit. Okay, 7 1/2. There we go. Oh, did not go all the way through. Let me cut it on this one. 7 1/2. There we go. All right. Okay. And then this last one, I should be able to cut at the 7 1/2. Oh, poodle head. Okay, we'll have to make another one. My poodle head word. Okay, so here is, this is 1 inch, just about. I'm going to have it score at 1/2 inch. Cut it the length I need. Fold it, trim it down. Okay, so no problems at all. This did not get, there we go. All right. Whoopsie. Right to the edge. There we go. Alrighty then. Now this, we're going to go ahead and do the 7 1/2. So that will be done. And then this one is 8 1/4. Okay. So we didn't have much in the way of waste. So that was nice. And we will be able to utilize those. And then I'm just going to glue this on to the pocket. Let's flatten that down. Okay, we'll do one side at a time. I'm going to get this side ready right where it needs to be. Right to the score line, up, and then let it drop. There we go. That looks wonderful. And then we're just going to do the same thing. Glue and press and seal. There we go. Now we have all our pages. All right. So guys, there's our pages for our book. Now I know I said I was going to have a 3-inch spine. Let's see. Okay, so this makes a 2-inch spine because there's a 1/2 inch in each space. And then I will be putting a little bit of space in between each one of the pages, enough to make, because I have the 4 pages, and the 4 1/2-inch pieces make 2, so I can put 1/4 inch if I add 1, 2, 3, and then either on the front or the back I can add another 1/4 inch. And more than likely I will do it on the back because the front, there's really not much going on there. I mean, it's small, but that's okay. It's okay. It's gonna work out and look lovely. So we can put some decoration on this, you know, fairly flat, but we can put some decoration on this. We could also put a bit of chipboard, you know, come up to this piece so it'll be protected. And that's probably what we'll do, because we are going to have a back piece, a spine, and a front piece, just not in the normal sense of things, because the front's only going to come to here. All right? I hope this is exciting, you guys, because I am definitely pumped to see how it's going to end up. There are going to be so many fun things in these pages. So, yeah. All right, guys. So, get your pages built. And don't get rid of any of the bits and pieces, because you know we will be able to use all of these as pockets and so on and so forth. Okay, so this I'm going to show you one more time. Oh, and I wanted to do centimeters for you. Okay, so let me put these aside, because I have been doing centimeters for you guys. So 3 is 7.6, so this is centimeters, and this is inches. Okay, so 7.6, 3 3/4 is basically 9.5, and then 4 1/2 is 11.3, 5 1/4 is 13.3, and 6 is 15 it's in between the 2 and the 3, so I'm going to put 3. 6 3/4 is 17.2. All right, and then the 7 1/2 is 19.1, and the last 8 1/4 is 21. Okay, so here they are in inches: 3, 3 3/4, 4 1/2, 5 1/4, 6, 6 3/4, 7 1/2, and 8 1/4. Then in centimeters, it's 7.6, 9.5. That's the first page. Then 11.3 and 13.3 is the second page. 15.3 and 17.2 is the third page. And 19.1 and 21 is the fourth page. And all of those get a 1/2 inch gusset, which is approximately 0.6 in centimeters. All right. So in between each one of these, you have a 0.6 that would be a millimeter, wouldn't it? Not centimeter. It would be a 0.6 millimeter. I think I'm doing it right, guys. I'm trying. This is Greek to me compared to, I'm sure this is Greek to you. So I'm pretty sure that I am telling you correctly. So get your pages done, and then next time we will get our cover made and put our pages in, because well, I suppose I could build the pages and then put them in and decorate them. I don't know. We'll figure that one out. Yeah, we'll figure that one out. I'll have to give a good think on it before I come back to my next one. Bye, guys. Get those pages done. Love it, love it, love it. Bye.